Tonight's investigation pays tribute to a lost industry that has played a massive part in Britain's history. This is the Miners' Welfare Institute in Llay. Llay Main Colliery started to produce saleable coal in 1923, and by 1926 it had become the biggest pit in North Wales, employing 3,000 men. With so many men working at the pit, better recreational facilities were needed for the workers and their families. Construction of the welfare, as it came to be known, began in 1929. The colliery was in its heyday at this time, producing over 1 million tonnes of coal a year. Llay Miners' Welfare Institute was officially opened on the 20th of June 1931. The Llay miners were docked a penny off their pay to cover the running costs, and the welfare became and remains at the centre of village life. By the time Llay Main Colliery closed in 1966, nearly 100 men had lost their lives working at the pit. Is it their spirits that still wander over to the welfare, moving chairs, turning equipment on and off, opening and closing doors? Or is it former patrons returning to the familiar atmosphere of a place they loved? We were joined on this investigation by members of staff and some regulars of the welfare. Hopefully the spirits would come forward to speak to familiar faces. While we had been setting up in the upstairs function room, I'd felt shivers going down my back. I was then told by one of the members of staff that there had been activity in the corner of the room directly behind me, so we set up a static camera pointing in that direction. We then split into two groups. Most of us headed to the outside pavilion while the static camera continued filming. The pavilion has a history of activity. A man is said to haunt the building, angry because an accident meant he couldn't play cricket anymore. He is said to be especially aggressive towards women, even causing scratches. So guess where we took all the ladies first? So where do people, or where do you didn't want to be in here, do you? At all? Our first piece of evidence caught was this strange light moving across one of the ladies' faces. Sit around for a minute, just get used to the surroundings. One of the showers started to drip water. No, I've not heard it before. I haven't heard it about it. Just assumed I couldn't hear it. I went in there, I'm sure I did. There was nothing in there, wasn't it? I didn't notice that, but just saying that now. Catch me sometime. How easy are they to turn on? Easy. Then while I investigated, another light anomaly. Can you turn the showers on? Can you move something? I thought it was something a little bit before I spoke. Yeah. People talking about the fire behind closed doors or something. Whispering. I thought there was noise in there. Can we hear your footsteps? pavilion seemed quiet now, so we left and made our way back to the main building. Feel better now?
I do actually, it's not
Yeah. The static camera we'd left pointing to the corner of the function room had been recording for over 20 minutes before these two light anomalies were caught by the bar. We also caught noises on the digital recorder we'd left in the pavilion. Even though it was locked up, you could hear shuffling noises, and then after over 30 minutes, we caught this. Here it is again, with the sound enhanced. The other group had been trying various forms of communication while in the upstairs function room.
Full smile.
They thought they could hear footsteps on the stage, so they moved the static camera to face it.
I've got one.
You got one?
They caught a few orbs, always moving from right to left. The camera also caught the heavy fire door to the left of the stage opening by itself. They then caught an EVP, an intelligent answer to a question asked while using the Ouija board.
Did you work on the pen?
I decided to have a little wander around by myself to see if being alone would attract the spirits more than a large group. Just doing a little solo vigil in the museum. See if there's anything here. Apart from this man who freaked Lorraine out earlier on. If there's anyone around or anybody attached to these objects, can you come through? Let me know you're here. You can come close. Come close to me and make these lights change. You can hear something move in the background, but I couldn't find out what had made the sound. That's the box with the canaries in. They would have taken down the pits to check for gas. I don't know how they could do it. If there's any spirits attached to anything here, I've got to say, take my hat off to you because I couldn't do your job. While walking down the main upstairs corridor, it felt like a hand had grabbed the top of my head. You can see my reaction, but there was nobody else in the corridor. thought there was somebody sitting in that chair then. Other members of the group had been trying various forms of communication in the upstairs room. Table tipping, glass divination and the Ouija board. These can produce useful and relevant information at times.
You're on the stage
While
now.
using the Ouija board, somebody could be heard pacing up and down in the corridor outside. Somebody who could not be seen.
Leave it there.
Mike, our medium, went to investigate. He didn't have cameras rolling at the time, but did capture the events on a digital recorder. Although he couldn't be seen, Mike knew who it was.
She's a baby. Go on if there's anybody.
On the 5th of December 1924, Llay Main Colliery suffered the worst disaster in its history. An explosion deep in the mine killed 9 men and boys. Among the dead was William Ernest Williams and Thomas Charles Fletcher. The welfare have created a small museum in honour of the men and boys who worked, lived and died at the colliery. Shannon, Russell and myself spent some time in here with our full spectrum camera, which sees in infrared and ultraviolet light. We thought the rooms felt quiet, but Mike had told us about a spirit that liked being in there.
Right, we're in here because apparently Mike has said that there's a man in here called Harold.
Right.
Does he say specifically where? Because I get an impression somebody's over there.
And he said Harold. I was like, straight away it's my dad, because that's my dad's name.
Yeah, well, there's a Harold Bent here, I suppose.
Harold Bent. Apparently he was a doorman or something, but this was his space as well. He's not on that list. So, Harold Bent, if you're here, can you talk to us?
I carried on asking for Harold, unaware that he'd already spoken to us. The voice was also captured on a standard camera that was also recording.
So, Harold Bent.
Meanwhile, on the Ouija board, we were getting some personal messages coming through. We won't show these, but one of our cameras did catch an EVP.
Don't say the name out loud. How old are you?
We carried on, but it looked like the spirits didn't want us there anymore.
G? Oh. G. Oh.
Being gone.
Yeah. Are you telling us to go? Yeah. Where would you like us to go? Actually, go on to that. H. O.
What we didn't know is that our digital recorder had caught another EVP. Here is the same video clip with the recorder's audio.
You're on the stage now.
Lindsay, no. Sue is yes.
Do I put it right on the top of that stage?
No, leave it there.
Like that.
Is there anybody?
Now that all of the customers had gone, it was time to investigate downstairs.
So what's happened in this room then? Anything? Nothing really in here.
Maybe down the bottom. You've seen a chair, haven't you?
What, moving?
On camera, yeah.
Know what that?
Yeah.
There's a great one at
So which, or whereby was the chair that moved?
Yeah.
The chair was facing that way, with the back here,
Yeah.
and then when I turned all the lights in my office, everybody had left in here. As I looked back on the camera, it had gone back normal, straight. And then there was 2 chairs side by side like that as well.
Probably find out it's a person that used to drink here and passed away. Who used to sit in that spot.
Maybe.
So that this room used to be that room. And then, yeah. So this is quite new, it's a force door.
And yeah, and that door was open when I came and checked that fire exit door.
We can walk through.
And then when I came back, it was shut. But there was nobody up here, because that's the reason why I switched all the lights off. I thought no point having the lights on, there's nobody up here. I don't like walking through this way, I don't. It just feels strange when you walk this way.
So we'll make you do it then.
Yeah. It smells damp. Yeah.
Just the hot for the doors like perfume.
It wasn't perfume. It smelled very nice. Oh.
Some spirits make their presence known by producing smells. Others make their presence known in other ways.
Draft in here somewhere. Got air conditioning on.
K2 is going up.
You feel it here.
See?
I can feel it, yeah.
The air conditioning stuff now.
No. You see it?
Oh,
Oh, it's cold.
yeah. Now all 3 meters then.
It's by here.
Now you've just seen in there how the range of these things is like that.
Yeah.
Oops, hand line.
Well, that's in the middle of nowhere.
Oh. Gone. Just gone.
It's walking around.
Oh, it's bloody freezing. I know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you feel the draft there?
You just hold your K2 there.
hold my coating.
I'm just going to show to everybody else that it's not these picking up off each other,
Yeah.
because otherwise it would be doing it now.
I've got it. I think I'm on that. It's freezing in here.
We'll stand here.
Come back by here.
Got warm by here.
Come back in the middle of us.
You feel the cold?
Freezing. It is
Bye,
freezing.
bye, bye,
Oh,
bye.
one again.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
This is only
Yeah.
just step into a fridge.
Do you wanna,
it is freezing.
I'm going to move a bit further
Just put
away.
your hand there.
Mark, do you want to move a bit further away? No, just so we have a little bit of a gap between all the K2s.
Jesse's in the middle.
I'm just thinking now that if someone is walking round, we might get an idea of where they're walking.
You see it comes in flits though.
Yeah.
It's going down.
Feel the draft on the legs.
You've been watching too much telly. Seems to be Mark picking it up more than anyone.
I just like to say that.
It smells sweet, so can't.
I've got chewing gum.
No, it smells fruity. Do you like a fruity chewer?
It's just so cold.
There is one hell of a draft there.
Yeah.
Not to get insulation in, I suppose.
I was going to say, I think.
Yeah. No, it's by there.
Then we captured another light anomaly. So we were getting signs of spirit activity from all directions and senses.
Like,
Do you want to walk through to the bingo room to see if there's anything?
Yeah.
Because that's got a lot of...
Bit down, switched off.
No, but I'm picking something up.
Yeah.
ooh,
Who's going on?
yeah.
Mine's behind you.
My pants then. Where did you come from?
Because we were all focusing on the activity, we didn't notice Russell and Shannon following us in.
Hey, the torch on the face does it every time, doesn't it?
Nothing beats the mannequin in the museum.
Brilliant, that was. I'm so sorry for not telling you, but I just had to see your reaction. In the museum upstairs, there's like a mannequin, like of an old miner, but you can't see him until you go round the corner. And he was like, whoa!
I'm looking on the wall, the pictures that just turned out.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
This is what I say. Are you back with us? Has that died again?
Yeah.
That's fresh batteries in there. That's the second set I've put in tonight.
Spirits are known to drain batteries. The theory is that they do this to gain more energy.
Yeah, I've literally put fresh batteries in that camera. Half an hour or 3/4 hour ago.
Hopefully they would use this newfound energy to show themselves to us.
It's like they're walking around.
Are you answering our questions? It was just because you say it's like you're walking around. Right. Are you a man? If you're a man, move towards this machine and it'll light up. If you go right up to it, it'll make a noise. Are you a woman? Again, move up to the machine, just to let us know. No, it just seems to be... I just thought you might have been answering our questions then, because you said it's like he's moving around and then it shot up.
Yeah. That seems to be just moving around. Dancing.
Are you dancing? No, it just seems very random, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's when you said that they're going past, they go now, and then past again.
So does anything happen in this room normally? Or has happened in here, I should say.
The water boiler over there, a couple of years ago, flipped itself on for no reason.
Wasn't there a tap in here? Used to switch on.
Like an old man.
You used to get wrapped behind the valve sometimes and pinched.
Oh yeah, Matt's picking up on something.
Someone sat here. Someone who died actually sat there, and that was their seat.
Mark can sometimes sense spiritual presence.
And he's sitting in the same spot every time.
And that could be from
Yeah.
a long time ago.
I know. I can't pick that sort of stuff up like I can only sense where they are.
Was this your seat? I'm not going to provoke, but do you mind if I sit in your seat? I'll take that as no, you don't mind. Yeah. Mark asked for orbs, and we got this. Some orbs or light anomalies can be just dust particles or bugs. If you look at my arm, you will see what a bug looks like on an infrared camera. That's why we only show you the ones we can't immediately debunk.
If somebody here wants to speak to us, come close to this machine and wait for the light to go red. Thank you. Well, you can do a bit better than that. Come a bit closer. Closer to the screen light. A bit closer. Closer to my voice. You know what these are though? You've heard of electrical magnetic fields, yeah? That you get like around microwaves and around your house, you know, you got like a ring main goes around. Well, this picks them up, but only 2 foot in front of it, or closer. And that's what they say, that a spirit gives off a electromagnetic field. So that's where it gets its energy from. So when you see these lights, you see that there's nothing here now, and there's no electrical stuff in front of it whatsoever. So when the lights go on, it means that something's passing in front of it.
You'll hear
This
it now.
scans radio frequencies backwards, so it might sound a bit weird, but they reckon that they manipulate the sound, the spirits do, to try and talk.
We also use different forms of technology to make contact with spirits.
Listening. Do you want to speak to us?
Yeah. You just said that. Do you want to speak to us? And mine started going by itself.
Yeah. Is that the phone?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure. Mine's further enough away now. And it's still going.
Someone sit down. You want to sit down or sit down?
Somebody in the seat.
Somebody sitting in your seat?
Oh my lord. Did you hear that then?
Who's in his seat?
This was the first time we'd used this app, but we were getting great results. Can you tell us, is it a man or a woman that's sitting in your seat? Just say man or woman.
It's you.
Because of the messages we were receiving, we switched over to the SB7 Spirit Box, which rapidly scans through radio frequencies. Hopefully this would also produce some results. Can you try again and tell us your name? Nothing, Mike? Earlier on, Mike, our medium, had been in contact with Thomas, who was a victim from the mine disaster. Are you pacing up and down because somebody's sitting in your seat? I thought it said men. That was yes, wasn't it? So this is a new toy now. If there is anybody there and you want to talk to us now and make these lights light up. To finish the investigation, we returned to the room where we had felt a cold spot, smelled various smells and caught a small light anomaly. We didn't have cameras recording, but our digital recorder captured our interaction with an angry spirit.
Yeah.
I think that means it's
Meters going up.
yes.
Yeah, I see that as well.
So this is Cyril. Cyril, come towards the red light. No. Cyril, shout out your last name. Can't make it out.
I'll say Harrison then. After our initial banter, Cyril decided he didn't want to cooperate anymore.
Cyril, do you want us to go?
Get lost now.
I thought that's enough. He's trying to say something else.
Is he the one from the pavilion? Has he followed you in here?
Have you followed us in from the video?
Ask him if he likes hitting women.
Cyril, do you like hitting women? Yes.
The one from the pavilion.
Is it?
He's very nasty. Watch yourself.
I'm not a woman, I'm alright.
Does that say run?
Yeah.
He's being nasty, isn't he?
Cyril was starting to show his true colours.
Cyril, come and give me a push.
Push.
Yeah, come on, push.
You know, nasty. It's a shame.
Say yes.
What?
It had been a long night, but we had got some great results. Although the night had taken a more sinister turn, we felt we had gone some way to acknowledge and preserve the memories of the mine workers and the patrons of the welfare.